Hello everyone and welcome to Fifth North. Today, well actually, you know what, before I say today, this is actually a continuation of the last video that I put out. If you guys haven't had a chance to check that one out yet, go ahead and click right here to watch it. It's where I actually get to drive or ride a Triumph Street Triple R for the first time. And while I was at the demo day, again shout out to Triumph of Dallas for putting on the demo day. While I was at this demo day, after I got done riding the Street Triple R, they said, hey, do you want to do another bike? And I said, well, you know, I came specifically for the Triple R, but yeah, you know what, I'm here, why not? Let's hop on something else and give it a whirl. And so I've actually never ridden a Bonneville, really of any kind before. I've sat on a Bonneville bobber, but I've not really ridden any other Bonnevilles. And so they had this Bonneville, that's a good sound, Bonneville T100 sitting there wide open. Nobody was hopping on it quite yet, and so I was like, you know what, let me give this thing a whirl. Now, first thing I will say, let me give you some specs. So this thing's got a 900cc engine, makes about 64 horsepower, 59 foot-pounds of torque, and it's a twin engine, and it's a very interesting bike because it's kind of like a cruiser, kind of like a standard, kind of like a cafe racer. I'm not really sure what to call it, but I will say, after riding, and if you guys are hearing that exhaust note, that's actually the Triumph Street Triple that I just got off of. He's been in front of me, behind me, next to me, and so you guys are going to hear a lot of that SC Project exhaust. That thing sounds really good. Anyway, back to this bike, the T100. Right off the bat, I will say riding this bike after riding a Street Triple feels very, very strange. It feels almost like, if you guys have ever ridden, you know, like a sports car or like a small car, and then jumping into like an SUV or something, like this thing just feels like a Cadillac right now. Like it feels like a big boat, and it's not even that big of a bike. It's not like a giant Harley or anything, but after a Street Triple R, it kind of feels like it. It's definitely a whole different beast. Like, it doesn't rev anywhere near as high. Very quiet, very smooth. You know, in my lifetime, so take this with a grain of salt, right? In my lifetime, I've ridden probably 10, maybe 11 different bikes, and this just has to be the smoothest clutch transmission ever. Like, it shifts so smooth. There's no, like, sometimes I'm not sure I actually shifted because it's so smooth. There's no, like, you know how you get that, like, that click or that kind of pop and bang feeling, like it kind of like pops into gear? This thing is just smooth. Like, there's no feeling at all. You just point your toes up and you're in there. It's perfect. So yeah, shout out to Triumph for making a super nice transmission on this bike. But again, it feels kind of weird. I feel this road is bumpy right here. I feel a little sketchy with leaning it. Like, I know it can handle much more lean than I'm giving it, but after riding the Street Triple, this thing feels so much, I don't know, more like a boat, I guess, if that makes sense, in car terms, I guess. But anyway, regardless of that part, maybe I should have ridden them in the opposite order, but regardless of that part, I'm digging the gauges. Really cool looking gauges. Got a bit of a classic vibe to them. A lot of chrome on this bike too, and then the paint job is really nice actually too. I do like it. But yeah, overall very smooth, very comfortable. Again, like I said, the transmission is amazing. And the thing about this bike that's weird is you can get going pretty fast, but you don't feel like you're going fast. Again, it's got that very like cruising boat-like feeling where everything is just very chill and mellow, and you know, the engine isn't loud, the RPMs aren't high, but you're still picking up speed and just kind of going with the flow. It's a very different feeling, where the Street Triple was a bit more hectic, if you will, a little bit more frantic. But yeah, overall, I'm kind of digging this. It's just kind of a chill ride. I don't know if I would actually buy one. Not really my style, to be honest. I think it's kind of stuck between a like I said, like a standard or a cafe and a cruiser. And if I was going to do something like this, I would just go all out cruiser, or all out bobber, kind of like the Bonneville bobber, which If you guys follow my social media, and if you saw the video about my top 5 bikes that have my interest right now, you guys would know already that the Bonneville Bobber is the one that I thought was really cool. But even with all that being said, though, no knocks on this bike. It's very comfortable, very, you know, it's a pretty fun ride. I've got no real complaints. I can see where people would enjoy it, and you know, if they were looking for this style of a bike. I will say I do like the exhaust pipes on it. You guys obviously can't see them from this camera angle, but pretty cool exhaust pipes. Kind of give it a nice look, and like I said, a lot of chrome on the bike too, so it all works together really nicely, especially with this blue. Man, I can just hear that street triple the whole time. Like, you guys probably can't even hear this bike compared to that street triple. Yeah, once again though, big shout out to Triumph of Dallas for putting this on. It's been really cool. There's about 10 of us, maybe 12. A whole lot of different bikes. There's I mean, from the Triumph perspective, I've seen the Street Triple, I've seen the Rocket, I've seen T100, T120. I think I saw a Tiger, and I think I saw a couple of Speed Twins. Definitely saw multiple Street Scramblers of different sizes. So a lot of different Triumphs on display. And then they had a couple of Royal Enfields as well, and then a Vitpillen 401. So definitely a nice selection of bikes. And like I said, shout out to them for putting that on. Gives everybody a chance to really try out different bikes. And shout out to all the participants too. Like I said in the last video, everybody's been super cool, keeping their distance, letting everybody you know, ride depending on their own comfort level. Nobody's being pushed or, you know, being crowded or anything like that. So shout out to everybody for making this enjoyable. And it's been kind of fun to watch people jump from bike to bike and then have the dialogue afterwards, like, hey, you know, this was cool, this was different, you know, whatever the case might be. Yeah, I'm gonna be hearing that exhaust in my dreams for the next like few months till I buy this bike. Well, not this bike, not the T100, but the Street Triple R, or the RS in the case of what I want. Yeah, this thing is just smooth, man. Like, it is definitely a chill ride. Like, it's just quiet. Again, it's not overly powerful, not overly aggressive, just very smooth. Again, it's got like a Cadillac feeling to it, you know, you're just kind of cruising, chilling. Everything's like nice and mellow. Yeah, we got separated from the group a little bit here, and I hope the gentleman in front of me knows where he's going. Thankfully, one of the dealer guys caught up and is now giving us directions, because yeah, I don't know where I'm going. And we actually mixed it up from the last ride, so I'm even more confused. Man, I should have waited in the back of the pack so I didn't have to listen to that exhaust this whole time. Like, it's so good. It makes me want to hop back on the Street Triple. Thing's booked for the whole day, so that's not going to happen. Alright, so this is kind of fun, getting to kind of filter up. It's not exactly a thing in Texas, but in this group ride situation, I figured I would just filter up and make it work. There we go. Yeah, that thing just sounds so good. Yeah, I could literally listen to that thing all day, like, just sit there and make like an audio track out of it and just put it on repeat. Yeah, and it's super clear that some of these dealership guys that work at the dealership, they've got mad experience. Like, they're just flying past this, and they look way more in control than the rest of us do. But yeah, definitely a cool bike. Again, not one that I think I would purchase, but definitely a cool bike. Definitely a different vibe and different style from the Street Triple. And again, I'm kind of stuck with not knowing how to categorize it, because it's like not really a cruiser, but I guess I'll just call it a standard. Anyway, you know, once again, just super smooth. I'm also digging how the fuel tank's got the fuel opening kind of offset to one side. I feel like most bikes are really stuck trying to be symmetrical, and I think it's cool how on this bike it's just kind of off to the right. Alright, so we're passing back under the freeway, which means that we're almost wrapped up. Yeah, it's been really fun riding this thing. Obviously not as much as I enjoyed the Street Triple R, but definitely a great time nonetheless. I don't know where that truck just came from like oncoming traffic. That was yeah, let's not do that. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, as we're wrapping up, again, had a really good time riding both the Street Triple R and this Bonneville T100. I'm going to be definitely picking up, I'm about 95% convinced I'm going to be picking up the Street Triple R, or the Street Triple R. Yeah, I'm about 95% convinced at this point that I'll be wanting to pick up a Street Triple RS. The only thing right now, though, is I do want the carbon black color that's supposed to be coming out for 2023, so I do have to wait for that. I've been told it should be out anywhere between September and November, so I got a couple of months to wait, but that's totally fine because I got plenty of work to do on the Vitpillen 401 that I currently own, so that'll actually line up pretty nicely. This guy's getting over. Is he getting all the way over, or is he... Oh, he's good. Okay. Alright. Alright, yeah, so we're definitely coming back into the neighborhood, and we'll shoot back around and hit up the old dealership there. So yeah, once again, really cool bike, the T100 Bonneville. Definitely enjoyed riding it. Again, not really my style. Not a bike that I would purchase, but you know, definitely was a fun ride, and it was fun to try something different. So definitely enjoyed it. Once again, big shout out to Triumph of Dallas for putting on this event. Definitely a cool event, and you know, I found out they do these actually monthly, so maybe stopping by again and check out a couple other bikes. Anyway, with that being said, if you guys like this video, hit the like button for me, and if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button for me as well. It does do wonders for my channel if you guys haven't figured that out yet. All of us YouTubers, you know, it definitely helps us out when the old like and subscribe buttons are hit, so appreciate that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. We're just going to ride it back to the dealer, give them back their bike, and carry on with the rest of our day. So thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. Hey, another biker. Ah, that exhaust note. Yes, please.
Oh.